Hello friends, my name is Mr. Dhawale, Department of Chemistry, RBNB College, Sri Rampur. Today we are going to talk regarding Introduction to Analytical Chemistry. In previous lecture we already seen regarding this what is the analytical chemistry and what are its type, which contain first is qualitative analysis and second one is quantitative analysis. Qualitative analysis further divided into two parts. First one is organic qualitative analysis and second one is inorganic qualitative analysis, which contain inorganic compounds are separated and identified by using different type of literature and different type of chemical test. Okay, so that analysis is nothing but the inorganic qualitative analysis, and organic qualitative analysis contain analysis of organic compound is carried out. Okay, so these are the types of qualitative analysis, and then we go for quantitative analysis. It contain so many methods we use for the prediction or analysis of amount of component present in the mixture or in the sample. We can calculate that by using different type of methods, so which contain some physical properties, and on the basis of what type of physical property we want to analyze, we use different method for that. Okay, so first we see that methods. Okay, here one method which we discussed already, mass is one of the physical property, and for detection of mass of any sample we use gravimetric analysis as a method. So this is the method, gravimetric analysis, and the physical property mass which we want to analyze. Okay, so in another example, when we take, when the physical property volume we want to analyze, at that time we use the method which is analytical method, that is volumetric method. Okay, volumetric analysis. So such a type of analysis we use as an analytical technique or analytical method for detection of such a type of physical properties. Okay, then next point is the analytical perspective. Okay, the analytical perspective. So what kind of research you want? Okay, so in analytical chemistry, first you must know what is your problem. Okay, so if you have well defined problem, at that time you have to choose a different method for such a type of analysis. If you have different type of samples, suppose that sample is in solid state, at that time you have to analyze that. Either you want to qualitative analysis of that compound or you want to quantitative analyze. Okay, so according to that you have to predict some research scheme for the analysis. Okay, so here some different type of perspective you have. In case of different type of research laboratories we have, and different type of research are ongoing in nowadays, and different type of analytical techniques which are very crucial, and these techniques are very fast, and so that research are moving very well. And here we say, if you want to analyze or characterize any compound, if what is the structural analysis of that compound, at that time you have to put that compound in very small amount in NMR machine. At that time you got a spectra of that compound, and then after prediction of that spectra you got some idea regarding the structure of that compound, and you have to cross check that such a type of structures by using different type of characterization techniques. Okay, so here the technique you want for the detection of such a type of compound and what is the actual aim for the analysis. Okay, so here 5 different steps we have which you want to predict or fix that problem. Okay, so first step is identify and define the problem. So first you have to identify. So first step is identify and predict or define the problem. Okay, first you have to identify what is your problem, and then you can define, means what you want to research on that, and you write down that problem, and then we go for second step. So step second is design the experimental procedure. Design the experimental procedure. So after defining or identifying the problem, you go for next step, and that step is designation or design the experimental procedure. So what type of analysis you want, according to that you have to design some different type of procedures. Okay, no one procedure used for the analysis of all the compounds and all the analysis. Okay, so first this is one of the very crucial step, and either it may be a newer. Okay, then after designing a proper procedure for that experiment, we go for the next step, and the next step is third step, and in third step you have to do some experimental work. Conduct the experiment and gather data. And gather data. Okay, after doing that experiment by using that experimental procedure we already design. Okay, and according to that procedure you can maintain all the standard procedures and method, and after conducting then experimentals, at that time after doing that experiment we got some data. So that data we have to collect. Okay, after analysis we have some data which on the basis of that data we can identify either that problem is solved or not. Okay, after gathering a data we go for next step, step 4. This is the fourth step, and in that fourth step gather data, which is analysis. Analyze the experimental data. Experimental data. Okay, so here after conducting an experimental work, on the basis of that experimental work we got some data, and after getting that data we have to analyze them. So after the getting some experimental procedure and data, we carry out that analysis by using different type of calculations and by using some equations, formulas, and according to that we got this some experimental analysis or analytical data. On the basis of that we have to solve that problem which we occur or which we raised. Okay, so the last step is purpose a solution to the problem. Okay, And the step 5th is very last step, which have propose the solution for problem. Okay, after doing that 4th step, the last step is very crucial, and in that step we want to propose the solution for that problem. Okay, if you finding a proper problem, and by defining that you have to solve that problem by using that analytical methods. Okay, so the last step, which is the propose the solution for the problem, and after doing all these procedures, we got a solution for the problem very nicely. Okay, so these are the 5 different steps through which we get analytical procedures and analytical techniques we have to solve some different type of problems. If we go for the environmental analysis, at that time you have to check the different type of gases and its percentage in the environment, which affect the whole the life cycle or environmental all these environmental things. Okay, so that you have to detect some different type of problems and how we can reduce that level of different poisonous gases which occur in the environment, and how we can reduce that. So these are the problems in the environment. If you go for human life, at that time there are if you want to check the blood sugar level, for that you have to choose different type of methods which are already available, but nowadays different type of research we have, and according to that we can develop a different smarter way to check that. Okay, nowadays one machine which is available, and according to that we have a strip, and when we put the drop of blood on that, within a minute we get the sugar level which is present in the blood. Okay, so this is one of the nicer way to analyze them, and this is only occur due to the different type of smarter techniques we have. Okay, then another example in analytical chemistry, which is if you can carry out some different type of techniques and different type of test when we go at the clinic, at that time doctor will prescribe some different type of test, and that test we have within 10 to 15 minutes, and that is only possible because of the different type of smart way and different type of newer techniques we use. Okay, so these are the smarter way to gathering some data, and which we can diagnose the patients very well within a period of time, and within a very short period. Okay, so these are the smarter way to do some analytical work, and this type of analytical chemistry, which is very important part in the chemistry, and in the all over the area which this is one of the broad area which we see in the next lectures. Okay, now we stop here. Thank you.